Sink on your mom and now.
That's not funny.
Sorry, that one crossed the line.
Yeah. It really upsets me. As a strong believer in the Amish faith, I don't really like that you went there.
So are you a Mennonite?
Yeah, I believe that you could use the PlayStation 4, but not the Xbox One. Hey, what's the Keyblade we got from Atlantica? Did we already
The
look
crab
that?
claw.
Oh, we did. That's right. It looks kind of dumb.
Yeah, I've never liked this one. I've always thought it looks stupid.
It does look kind of stupid.
But unfortunately, it's the most powerful one we have.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
At least until you get the one from Pumpkin Town here.
Yeah, this one's like one of the best in the game. I did not level up at all. I didn't really feel like it, like I said to you off recording.
Well, now it's final.
Now it's been confirmed. Or where are we heading?
I'm trying to remember what we did. So we got Sally.
Yep. Oh, is that where we
And-
stopped? Or are we supposed to go back and take it to...
No, we already did that. So I think we have to go...
We took it... I don't think we took it to the professor yet.
I thought we did.
Maybe we did, and
I
I'm
don't
just
know. It's up there.
misremembering. Lab entryway. Jeez, like the cat got... My cat got, like, hair on my face.
Yeah, same with... I've been, like, wiping hair off me for, like, the last 5 minutes.
And I brush her. Like, I don't know why she... Not only is it a surprise, I've left that to the mayor.
Oh, so you have to go... I think this is where you go into the one with the mountain thing.
The mountain thing.
Yeah, very descriptive.
Yeah,
The
thank
one that
you.
moves.
Oh, the curly hill.
Yeah, the curly hill. That's
The one
what-
that Jack stands on in the cover of the movie.
Yes, yes.
Which is actually...
The iconic one.
Yeah. It's actually out... I think you have to go through the graveyard to get there. I think you pretty much have to go through the graveyard to get everywhere on this map.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying. Get in the coffin. Generally not something you want to do, but I guess
Get in
we
the
are this
coffin.
one. How tall is Jack? Is he like 7 feet tall?
I think so. Well, I think Sora's probably like 5 something.
So Jack would be like 8 feet tall.
I think so.
Dude's huge. Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of terrifying. Oh, here's the mayor. He is honestly something else. He's really creepy.
I know.
Ghosts rise from those tombstones. I literally read ghosts ride those tombstones.
Ghost ride!
Check the tombstones in the order the ghosts appear. If you get it wrong, you're in for a surprise.
Also, the back of the mayor's face is something that could be offensive.
Oh, yeah.
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, what's going on here?
I think you have to examine.
Examine, okay. Did I get surprised? Ghost ride from...
Oh, wait, you have to do the order that they do it in.
1, 3,
2.
2.
So, 1, examine it. And then that one. And then that one.
Nice.
Nice work.
Now go look at the pumpkin.
That feels pretty hip.
What?
I don't know.
Alright, what's this? Is this
I
what
thought
we
I'd
do?
make like a bones joke.
Oh,
we're surrounded
I
by
get
bones.
Jack in the box. Wait, is this like just Jack shoved in a box? I don't understand. This is a bad start.
Yeah.
Was this a bad start?
This is a bad start.
Oh no.
Okay, go in that door.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's get some wisdom here. Well, that was a surprise, eh?
Wow, I feel way wiser now.
I feel like I got some wisdom from the mayor.
I feel like I'm basically Altair in his later years.
You're
I'm
just
the mentor.
talking about that because you are playing that game right now. Is this supposed to be a reference to Christmas Town?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's supposed to be a coffin.
Oh, well. So do we actually have to go back to the... Yeah, we have to go back to the dock now, don't we?
Do we have to give him...
The surprise.
Oh, so we have to shove Jack Skellington in the box and then
Yeah.
give it to him.
Alright, rip. Head through here.
Rip. Seeing that hanging skeleton over there reminds me of this show I've been watching recently.
Bones?
Yeah, Bones. We literally got to this episode where there's this guy called a marionette killer. And what he's been doing is killing people. And then he basically ties them up, like gets their bones, drills holes in their bones.
Yeah.
And then hangs them up in the air like a marionette. Like these like dead bodies hanging up in the air.
Really?
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Oh, I remember who that is.
Okay, don't tell me who it is.
No, I'm
'cause
not
I
going
don't-
to. I'm not going to, but I watched that show as well.
Yeah, it's like weird. Like that was so creepy.
Did I get anything? Spirit shard.
Nice.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's something new. So this is arrow.
Arrow. Okay. Oh, that's thunder.
All right. What do we got here?
Thunder.
Thunder. Another one got mad.
Arrow.
It's really hard to get to these in time.
Well, they give you like 5 seconds, and you're like...
I know, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, that show's really good. Did you ever watch any of the CSIs?
No, I didn't.
I actually liked CSI Miami a lot. Yeah, that's that one. That actually is that one. That was a good show.
Where they have like a stupid pun.
Yeah,
it's like they're in a casino and it's like, I guess he got jackpotted.
Wow! What kind of pun is that?
I like just made it up.
That's like the worst pun I've ever heard. What the heck am I listening to? Yeah, so there's like Supernatural has like an episode where they parody that show. It's so funny.
Parody CSI?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. What do we got? Yes, this is it.
That was it?
Really? Why isn't that voiced?
This time it's sure to work.
I don't understand the voicing in this game. So we have a non-voiced line right before a cutscene. Could have been voiced easily. Then we have a cutscene that's 2 seconds long. And now we have a non-voiced line again.
Yeah.
The nerve of those little hooligans stealing my work.
Okay, how did he get back in the wheelchair?
We helped him. It doesn't show it on screen because that wouldn't be very empowering, so they just cut past it.
Oh, okay.
This game is like really going out of its way to be nice, okay?
We lost them.
Zero! After them, quick!
Oh, okay, alright. Oh, new Heartless spawn.
I actually like these Heartless.
Oh, I do too.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're really awesome. 20 points? Per?
That's like nothing.
What do you mean that's nothing? That's a lot.
I mean, you can go back to Destiny Islands and get like 50.
From what?
I don't know.
From just like sitting
Beating
there and like hitting
children.
that ball over and over again?
Feeding children.
It's kind of funny that you like smack children with like a plank and like get experience points. It's like, yeah, domestic abuse. Now I'm a better fighter.
Well, I also like how like that random girl is just hanging out with all these guys.
Selfie. Yeah.
Yeah, and she like brought like her jump rope to like be Indiana Jones or something.
To be Indiana Jones.
And all the other guys have like these sticks and they're like, literally beating each other.
To be fair, Waka just throws a blitz ball.
Yeah, he like chucks his balls.
Yeah, I know. You made the joke 50 times.
He chucks his
You
giant
made it so
balls.
many times that I actually edited the joke out a few times because I got annoyed at how many times you made the same joke.
It's like a really funny joke.
And found it amusing every single time, which actually made it worse because you were laughing at your own joke like a tool. Okay, why didn't I heal? I have like arrow here.
Arrow doesn't protect you.
Well, it should. It's a
Only-
protective spell.
Only your dream catcher will protect you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Do you have one of those?
No, I don't.
What do you think about that? Do you think there's any merit to that?
Yeah?
You
I
actually do?
I do.
You really? What would it be? Because like,
I feel like if I say, I'm gonna insult like the Native American community. And I don't want to do that.
wait. Why would that be insulting? It's just like your interpretation of what a dream catcher does. Do you think it's like an actual spiritual thing, or do you think it's like a placebo?
I think it's satanic.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, they're not calling on good spirits.
Oh, you think it's just like a negative energy thing?
Yeah. Well, because that's in, like, their culture. There's a lot about that.
About spirits?
Yeah.
Yeah, different spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. It's interesting how, like, like, their faith, if you actually, like, put, like, research into it.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating because, like, they also have, like, they have, like, some things, it depends on the interpretation of their faith, but some of their faiths have, like, worldwide floods in them. Just,
Yeah.
like, from the Bible.
A lot of a lot of cultures do.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that theirs does because they're nowhere near the Mesopotamia at all.
Right.
But everything came from the Fertile Crescent,
Yeah.
So technically no one was in America at the beginning, no matter where,
Well, yeah, they had to get there somehow.
Right. And it's interesting to think about. I wonder if there are, like, I actually don't know this, but I wonder if there is, like, estimations of when the first Native Americans, like, made it to what would become America.
Well, I guess it also depends on what theory you believe about,
Worldwide,
like dates of the Earth and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
that is true.
So,
There's probably a lot of different interpretations
Yeah.
of that. I just wonder how long they were there before the Europeans showed up. Obviously a long time.
right.
But,
Well, I mean, in my history of America class I took in college, I'm trying to think of the date, but I think it was something like, we have evidence to show Native Americans being in the Americas. Now, these are in Central America.
right.
But in the Americas since, like, I think it's something like 500 AD,
Wow.
or like maybe 0 AD, or it's something like that. Like,
So, probably
like
like
2,000 years, basically.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, but like the evidence we have of those people are like very early.
Like what, pictographs and stuff?
Well, yeah, like not like developed cultures. Like it's just like
okay.
you have like a culture here, like a culture there, but that's
Right.
it.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting because the Native American cultures did have a lot of interaction between each other, like later
Yeah.
on. But at first, yeah, they would have just been pockets of people.
Right.
The
and
same
they-
thing happened in Europe.
Yeah.
There was like pockets of people before they like coalesced into full societies and then coalesced into like coexistence.
Yeah, and like spread out and
Yeah.
populated more places and stuff.
It is also interesting how like you can look at like the difference in priorities. So like because the Native American cultures were more spiritual, they did make like advancements in like medicine and science and technology, but not like the Europeans did, because there were just so many more of them
Yeah.
in that space. And also like Europeans, well, obviously Catholicism, but like there's always been like ever since like early AD, there's also been a huge focus in European society, not on spiritualism, but also on like humanism and
Yeah.
like human advancement. Whereas like Native American cultures are like very content with the earth and
Yeah.
with like what they have. And I feel like Europeans were always striving to like, but what if it was easier? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Or like, but what if, hear
What
me
if we
out.
did this thing easier?
What if I didn't have to plow my field with 30 men and I could just use this machine? And it's
Right.
like, it's not really something that like, there's other cultures that just never thought that way. They were very content with the way that it was and
Yeah, it was-
the natural order.
It was like, this works, so we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. It is interesting though too, because I do feel like European cultures and America and, just like the advancement of technology, it's like there's stuff that's been gained, but there also is stuff that's been lost.
Yeah.
Like by changing those natural orders.
Well, and I think what it comes down to is a lot of Europeans are lazy. Like, very lazy.
That's a good point.
And you see that in
And
America.
Americans.
Americans are Europeans.
Right. Well,
Well, at least-
Europeans
yeah.
don't want you to say that though.
Well, they are, though.
because they
so-
get really triggered about it, and they're like, "I hate America."
I know.
Not all Europeans.
They're
But,
just they're just triggered that they lost.
in what war?
The Revolutionary War.
Oh well, that's specifically the United Kingdom.
Yeah. But I think what it comes down to is a lot of like the white culture is.
Oh wow, white culture.
Well, I'm gonna say it because I am white, so I can say this.
Yeah, I agree.
We're very lazy people. Like, we're always thinking of ways to get out of things. We're always thinking of ways like, well, what if I didn't have to do that? Or it's like...
That's a good point.
Or it's like, oh, hey, you have to go do this. Well, what if I...
What if I didn't?
What if I didn't? Or like, what if I stole this so I didn't have to do... Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I do.
We're always thinking of ways to make things easier in life, and I feel like that did not... It didn't change, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, over time.
Yeah, like it.
Well,
Well,
and you know what's-
we've always been lazy.
You know what's weird to me is when the Europeans, like from Europe now, act like America is so lazy and so bad, but then if you actually look at it, there is a pretty big correlation there in Europe, too. Like, a lot of people in Europe are also very lazy.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say that I honestly applaud about Europeans is that they're not so prudish.
Right.
So Europeans are much more open about sex.
Yeah.
And, like, discussing it. And, like, having, like, rational talks about things like that. And, like, not being afraid of it.
Yeah.
And they're also more open with science.
Yeah.
So, like, Europeans, if you go to a Christian in Europe and you talk about evolution, they don't get upset because it disproves Christianity. You know what I mean? Like, as often. Whereas, like, I think people in America are way more hardline stanced on everything they believe. So, like, this is going to get into, like, personal beliefs, but I feel like there's a lot more, like, theistic Christians, or, like, theistic evolution Christians in America, or, I'm sorry, in Europe.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, more of an open thing. So it's, like, there's, like, a combination of topics.
Yeah.
And I feel like in America, it's weird, even though you can't call it the melting pot now, I guess that's not, it's, like, offensive, I guess. Because for some reason it means that you're, like, melting away cultures, which I never understood that. But in America, the whole idea was like, hey, we share all these ideas and, like, they're all valid. But I feel like Europe has embraced that more than America has, actually.
Well, and I think it's because Americans are very stubborn and we're used to getting our way. So we get, like, dug in our beliefs, and this goes for anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like you get dug in just your beliefs, who you are, what you think, and everyone else around you is wrong.
Well, that's like for me too. Like, I've always been, like, more hands off with this stuff, and it was weird to me how, like, upset people get when you talk about it. Because to me, it was never, like, a hot button topic. But I remember the first time, like, somebody brought up, like, religion. Oh, I'll let this play. It's like a ridiculously deep conversation.
That was it.
That was it. Okay, so I was going to say someone brought up religion when I used to work at, I could say where it was. It doesn't matter. It was at Target. And it wasn't like my boss. It was just a coworker. So it has nothing to do with Target. I'm not slamming Target.
Allegedly.
My coworker, like, actually bullied me because I said I believed God existed.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because he asked me about it. Like, I didn't, like, go up like, hey, you want to hear about this? I'm just like, he asked me specifically, do you think God exists? And I was like, yeah. And he, like, legitimately bullied me after that.
What did
he
say?
Like, well, he would just, like, always, like, mock me and, like, act like how, like, religion was terrible. And I was like, hey, man, look, just because I believe God exists doesn't mean I believe in, like, every tiny, like, fine detail people believe about, like, some denomination.
Yeah.
You just asked me, do I believe it exists? And I said, yeah.
Well, and also the other thing is, he asked you.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like he was then trying to maybe bait you.
Well, and then he kept trying to, oh, is this a thing?
No, that's I think that's an escape thing.
I want to look. Nothing. Yeah, no, he was, like, trying to bait me to argue with him, and I just didn't care.
Right.
It also probably didn't help that I believe in evolution as well. Like,
yeah.
I believe that there was something before nothing, but I believe that, like, the science behind evolution, even if it's not always exact, is compelling enough and provides enough reasoning for me to believe that it happened. But at the same time, I don't care what anyone else thinks about it. I mean, like, I'll be respectful about it, but it's not like, oh, you believe in a literal interpretation of this book, or, like, you don't believe in God, so, like, I'm mad. It just was always like a...
You're respectful that other people believe other things.
Yeah, it was always like, hey, man, you know what? You gotta believe whatever is what you do. If you didn't, right? Like, if everybody believed the same thing, that'd be fake.
Right.
So it's like, I have way more respect for people who just believe what they believe that doesn't agree with me than someone who's gonna, like, gaslight me and pretend they agree.
Yeah.
But, like, this guy was, like, just so bitter and angry all the time, and he would always, like, try to pick fights about it. It's like, dude, I don't care. Like,
right.
It doesn't matter to me.
Like what? Like what? It's like, what's he expecting? You're gonna have, like, a sit down and have, like, a
heart-to-heart?
Yeah, like a Ravi Zacharias versus whatever the atheist
Sam
guy.
Harris.
Yeah, like debate or something.
Oh my gosh, dude, the Sam Harris thing is insane. Like, people hate him now.
By the way, I saw Ravi Zacharias died this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sad. He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people disagree with him, but he fought for what he believed in. I feel like there's something to be said about that.
He seemed like a nice dude.
I don't agree with literally everything he said, but I I really respect his beliefs and like his conviction. And I wish I was that convicted in like the things I believe. I'm not. Yeah, that's sad. I don't know, dude. Sam Harris, people like turned on him. I don't want to get too into this because this would be really controversial, but he said something negative about a specific religious faith. That he said like, hey, look, like I don't agree with this, and I think that it's like not a good thing to believe in, which is something he said about Christianity forever.
Okay.
And everybody got mad at him.
Huh.
Oh, great. What was that?
Nice. Huh? The developers of this game is like, we gotta get a cutscene here.
I feel like they were really lazy with Halloween Town cutscenes.
They're like, put in a cutscene, but what will we say?
Nothing. Huh?
Have them say, ha. Okay, was that like easier for some reason?
Honestly, that was pathetic. There was nothing there. I just mashed X.
Why do I feel like that was hard?
It used to be. Maybe we're just that over-leveled or something. We were just following orders. Oogie Boogie told us to steal the heart. Sorry that we're like these misshapen children who've been cast out by our parents in this society. It's all Barrel's fault. It was his idea to tell Oogie Boogie about the heart. Yeah, that's right.
But you got that.
You should be ashamed. I really like Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
They also don't care about paraplegics.
In this society?
Yeah, because Barrel dove in front of the doctor and tripped him.
That is kind of messed up. Didn't they do that in the movie?
Yeah.
They like actually like knock him down.
Yeah, it's rude.
Okay, well the movie was like really politically incorrect too. Do you remember that?
I do.
Like it was like really all over the place in terms like Tim Burton was not trying to be like non-offensive.
Right.
Oogie Boogie told us not to give away our hiding space. Wait, and we're not supposed to talk about what either? What's he going to do with the heart? Beats me.
What's he going to do with the heart? He's going to beat me.
I hope not. That's not very nice to do to children. What's the deal here?
Ooh.
Oogie Boogie made us do it. We had no choice. Where's
No, they're not supposed to talk about the hiding or the back room. It's behind those curtains. You have to pull that.
I don't think so.
That's what they're not supposed to talk about.
I don't think that's what it is.
Okay, you're right.
Well, nothing's happening.
Well, how come you hit that thing?
I bet you feel like an idiot now, don't you?
I do.
I'd stay away from Oogie Boogie if I were you.
But there's like a secret passageway you have to go in.